everyone. This is Zach from the Review Channel. This podcast is the review for Dallas, which took place tonight in Dallas, Texas. I believe it was the Sportatorium, but I'm probably wrong. But this is April 1st, 2016, and oh my goodness, what an event. Now you notice usually when I come on here, you see a video. I don't have a camera to use, and quite frankly, the way I look, it's probably best that I don't have one. So, I am live. It seems like nobody's watching at the moment, and that's cool. But this, you can come back, watch it later, whatever. But this is my NXT Dallas review. So I'm going to jump into this. First thing I want to say is, wow. Shinsuke Nakamura. I think you could say he exceeded expectations tonight when he finally came. You'll hear a little bit of a baby crying. That's my nephew. He's fussy. But, wow, again, what a night. Like, right off the bat, the Sami Zayn Nakamura match, it stood out. I mean, I'm going to get more into detail with it as I go along in this, but man, was this good. And for the first time in our channel's history, I'm live. Earlier today, you can go back, you can watch it. Wayne was live doing Call of Duty Black Ops 3. He started his road to Prestige. Some other videos, I have the Road to WrestleMania series. Go back, watch those. I have other reviews that are also on the channel. This podcast is provided by me. I pay for everything. Wayne pays for everything. We are self-promoted. We are self-paid. Not that anyone cares, but I'm going to throw that out there. This is a wonky night. This is weird. I got my kids standing in front of me, watching me record this as we speak. Say hello, boys. Hey. They watched this with me. I got them for the weekend. They're excited. It's WrestleMania weekend. Woo! There's Wayne in the background. Tonight was the Takeover event, which for me is probably going to be the highlight of this weekend. Tomorrow night we got the Hall of Fame with Sting and Godfather and Boss Man and a bunch of others. And then, of course, Sunday is going to be the WrestleMania pay-per-view. Now, I've got WWE 2K16, a little bit of an announcement. I am, throughout this week, going to be doing some 2K16 live streams. I'm going to start a universe mode. I'm going to post some videos, let all of you watch it. It's going to be a fantastic time. So, let's go ahead. Let's get into this review. Everyone, settle down. Grab yourself something cold to drink. We're going to go over this. I'm not going to take too much of your time. Everyone's worn out. Everyone's going to try to get these reviews in. I am standing rather than sitting. This is weird. I feel like more of a flow, standing here talking to you guys. It's more of a natural conversation. You ain't got to see my mug. I ain't got to see your mugs. I'm sure you're all beautiful people. So, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. Right off the bat, great match to start the show with the NXT Tag Team titles. The American Alphas, Jordan and Gable, taking on the Revival, Dash and Dawson. I'm going to say this, and while I do think Dash and Dawson are a pretty good tag team, and there's rumors they're going to go up to the main everything, their music to me sounds gay. I'm nothing against anyone who is gay. I'm not saying that, but their music just comes off like really weird and just homosexual. And hey, if that's what you do, your preference, cool. I'm not offended by anybody who's like that. I have friends who are. I'm just saying that's just my perception of their music. Whatever their lifestyle is, cool. But great tag team. This match, I didn't get to do a preview of this because of stuff with the channel. But watching it, I was definitely going for American Alpha. It's because it kind of felt like if they're going to take Jordan and Gable, possibly Enzo and Cass, who are both probably going to go to the main roster, I was pretty sure they were going to win this match. As I was saying, during the match, plenty of good chants, like which one's Dash, which one's Dawson, this is awesome. And I wouldn't say it was awesome, but it definitely exceeded my expectations. But it did kind of go also in your typical Jordan and Gable-esque type match. Gable comes in, he shows off, ends up getting beat down throughout the most of the match, hot tag, and match keeps going. But I mean, and it's exactly how it happened. You had great heel tactics by the Revival in this match. Again, this match was superbly good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's see. Checking my Twitter. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, tomorrow we are doing our preview and predictions for Mania. So if you have any comments you would like for us to add in there, like maybe you got your picks for the pay-per-view, put those in the comments below when you're watching this, and we will gladly go ahead and talk about those on the air. We're actually doing something different, and I would love for you all to join in on us. So, oh, I got myself in the background. I'm going to turn that down. So, there you go, Liam. You want to hold that? All right. Yes, back to Jordan and Gable. Match was back and forth. It was good tag team wrestling. You saw Revival do... Oh, it was almost like... They're like an old school tag team to me, so they did do a lot of the heel tactics. You saw the old school tag team, and that's what they are. They are literally like an old school tag team. But I don't know what the move is called, but it's the the backdrop neck breaker. American Alpha, they get this victory. Good match, very solid. Good way to start off this pay-per-view, as if it really needed anything else. Real quick, I want to go back to the pre-show. There were no matches, but Mauro Ranallo was on the pre-show as one of the people talking. And listening to this guy, now I've seen him on SmackDown, and he does a great job there. But you could see like this twinkle in his eye when watching him talk about this product on the pre-show. He looked like he loved this. WWE, I'm saying go and watch this guy. Go on there and just put him on NXT. He needs to be a main roster guy. I mean, Todd and, Todd's doing a great job. Freaking, I'm losing it. Corey Graves. Both need to be on here. And I think you take Corey Graves and you put Mauro Ranallo on the main roster, put him up on Raw, you get yourself, that right there is going to make the product a lot better. Because it's WrestleMania weekend, but I was looking more forward to this show than I was the main roster. And I think that's an issue. But that's neither here nor there. But let's go ahead and let's go to talking about some of the people in the crowd. I'm not going to talk about one particular person because I want to keep that at the end because it was like really an oh my god moment. But JR was there. Funaki was there. He was sitting right next to this other guy. I didn't catch his name, but they're like totally glossing over the fact Funaki was there. And me loves me some Funaki. Scott Hall, X-Pac, and Stephanie was there. Stephanie got the booze because, she's the bad guy. No one wants to watch, etc., etc. But it was cool to see those people. You saw Asuka backstage. She's working out. And then we got Austin Aries, the greatest man who ever lived, taking on the lone wolf Baron Corbin. Match was good. I haven't watched Austin wrestle since he was in TNA last year, probably over the summer. I don't do a lot of TNA. I'm sorry if you're a TNA fan. I'm just not a TNA guy. It does have good products. When you had guys like Bobby Roode and Eric Young and a James Storm, the originals to me were the best. Ethan Carter III is another good guy. Jeff Hardy being there. Jeff Hardy's a WWE guy to me, so I don't really put him in that group. But these two guys, I'm getting off track here, but Austin Aries, man, he came out, he was firing, but Corbin, he slowed down the pace. He was aggressive. He really worked him over. I saw them telling a good story. I saw the story, the big guy versus the little guy. Austin Aries putting up the fight. The match, even though it slowed down, still had that good pace that you needed for a match like this. You saw Baron Corbin using his strength against Austin. So that was definitely nice to see. Baron Corbin has come a long way from when he first came to NXT. And I am very much looking forward to his eventual ascension to the main roster. I think it's going to be cool. So, hey, it is what it is. But this match, like I said, it was good. Baron Corbin tried for the end of days, which got reversed into a roll-up by Austin Aries. Austin Aries ended up winning the match, ended up going over. It was very good. Very nice, very nice, very nice. This, probably the most anticipated start, the most anticipated debut, probably in the entire time of NXT, aside from maybe Finn Balor when he finally came in. Sami Zayn in his last match in NXT, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Like I said at the outset of this video, this was the standout match of the night for me. Man, not just for me, but I would like to say probably for everyone who was there, everyone who was at home watching. It was a lot of people who were watching this and thinking, wow, we really have him in the mannerisms, the entrance, the look. It was, I've seen Nakamura on, a few things. I'm not too familiar with him, but I watched Wrestle Kingdom when he faced AJ Styles. It was one of the best top 5 matches I've probably ever watched, ever, and I've watched a couple others that he's done, and the dude is definitely legit in the ring. He's called the King of Strong Style for a reason. The dude will hurt you. Not that it's a bad thing. It makes it more realistic, makes it look better. Just probably not the greatest things for the guys who are in these matches and dealing with them. But as far as this match goes, yeah, the crowd was into this. This is awesome. Holy shit chants. They were into it. And as I said, he's the King of Strong Style. And he lived up to it in this match. My gosh. But it was very back and forth. Great pace. These guys, when you watched them, were so into this. And they were killing it, killing it, killing it. I loved watching these 2 guys. It's showing me the punches. Nakamura bled, getting elbowed in the face during this match. And every time he'd run and hit Sami Zayn with the knee, it just looked like it hurt so bad, man. But the blood being added to it gave it a more realistic... this didn't feel like I was watching a WWE product match. This, you could hear the baby in the background. It felt like I was watching something from New Japan or something in the Indies. I think Nakamura is probably going to transition well into WWE. This match was good. I don't really much. You saw a lot of reversals. An armbar that was tried by Nakamura turned into a triangle chokehold. Zayn, he just started kicking him in the face. They were kicking each other in the face. You had chants. Oh, yeah, my son showed me the kicks that they were doing, just very stiff. And the, fight forever chants. I would have to stop and listen like, oh, what are they? Oh, okay, yeah, hell yeah. I would watch these guys fight for an hour, 2 hours, over half of what I'm going to see at the WrestleMania card. But the match ended up going with Nakamura going over with that running knee. After the match, they showed each other respect. The fans, they showed their respect to both men with Nakamura, being welcomed with a warm, welcome. And Sami Zayn being sent off with, a lot of respect. Like I said, this crowd tonight in Dallas was, you could tell they were wrestling fans. And if it's any indication of what we will see at Mania, Roman Reigns is in for a world of pain. Let's get to another match that I was really looking forward to. Asuka versus Bayley for the NXT Women's title. Oh, man. Asuka has become one of my top 3 favorite divas, women on this whole thing. Just her style. She has a Nakamura style about her with the way she wrestles, with the way she moves in the ring. It's like she's got this grace to her, but man, don't make her mad. She's gonna hurt you. Got her chance. Asuka got her chance. These women, it was a war. Asuka, of course, was aggressive. Bayley Bayley showed the heart of a champion. Do this match justice. It was the second best match of the night, followed, following Nakamura and Zayn. Great performance by both women. Asuka, a lot of people, I think, were, as good as she was where she was, people, I think, were doubting what she could do. Not everyone. I mean, a lot of the smart people knew that these two were going to do great. It went well. I thought it did. Asuka got in the Asuka lock. Bayley tried getting out of it. Asuka held on, and Bayley passed out. So Bayley never... My son's reenacting the finish of the match. I wish I had my camera right now. I would definitely do that. Yeah, she didn't tap out. I think that's going to be considered a big deal going forward. There were rumors of her possibly going to the main roster, that being Bayley. I don't think that's going to be the case now. I think you're going to see these two probably, I think there's a May takeover. I think you're going to see them in that one, probably with the rematch. And I do expect Asuka. I was listening to JD from New York earlier today, and he was giving his predictions for this. And I'm with him. I think you're going to see Bayley probably stay on this roster until probably the summer, because they definitely do need her on this, more so than, say, if Finn Balor needs to be on there. I think the women's roster in the main roster is going to be fine. I really do think that, because they got Charlotte, they got Becky, they got, Sasha. So they are set up, and they got Natalya, who is good. And I think Bayley staying in NXT will be great. And hey, Asuka's the NXT Women's Champion. She deserves it. My youngest son was not happy. He is a Bayley fan. And he's just like, I don't like this. And I'm like, hey, man, it is what it is, But my kids are something else. But this match, it was good. Okay, so the big surprise of the night... What? Who fell asleep?
Bayley.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. My son's like, Bayley fell asleep. It's like, I know she fell asleep. I was watching the match. Bobby Roode, if those who don't know, was released along with Eric Young from TNA. He was in the crowd tonight. So I think to me, that sets up a possibility of seeing... I think he's going to be there. I think you're going to get Bobby Roode in the WWE, in NXT, very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Eric Young as well. I'm telling you, I'm watching my son here in front of me. The things he's doing are super weird. You want to say hi, buddy?
Hello.
Here, come and don't scream into it, say hello.
Hello.
And what was your favorite match of the night, buddy?
Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe.
All right, and who's your favorite NXT guy?
Finn Balor.
And here's my other son, Liam. Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
What was your favorite match tonight?
Nakamura and
Sami Zayn?
Bayley.
That was Sami Zayn. Oh, you like both those matches?
Yeah.
And who's your favorite person on the NXT roster?
Bayley.
Bayley? All right. Yeah, like I said, he's a Bayley fan. This is actually the first time my boys have actually got to sit and really watch NXT. So this was a nice night. It's WrestleMania weekend. I got to watch the show. And are you excited about Bobby Roode coming to the roster?
Yes, I am.
What about you, Liam?
Yeah.
They're excited about Bobby Roode as well. And I am. But he was there. I do think that means he's going to come there. I think he'll be a great asset. I would personally put him on the main roster to start with. That's just me. So, Finn Balor rumors going around. I'm not going to get too much into those because I'm talking about them this weekend anyways. But I'm going to talk Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe, the rematch for the NXT Championship. This match was uber aggressive. A lot more aggressive than I would say the last one was. But I don't think the match was as good, to me, I'm sure there'll be people who will disagree. I don't think this one was as good as their one back at London. But a lot of that had to do with the fact that Joe, who did a headbutt, like in the opening part of the match, busted himself open and kept having to get, they kept having to stop the match so Joe could get, wiped. And it, I think it did kind of take me out of the match a little bit. It's not their fault. There's nothing they could do about it. But at the same time, Joe bleeding, as with Nakamura earlier in the night, gave a more realistic take to it. Just them stopping it is what took me out of it. But seeing Joe, it was like every time he started bleeding, oh God, he's still bleeding. Holy shit. But then they would stop it to wipe him. And I understand WWE's got this policy now. It's not like it was back when I was watching it in the day with, where every other match at a pay-per-view was blood everywhere. I mean, I'm not asking for to be covered from head to chest in it, but hey, just let it go. Ain't no one gonna get sick. But, yeah, Joe bled. The match was aggressive. Both end up looking like they're just beating the hell out of each other. But the match was great. Other than that, the match, it was really Joe's power against the ability of a Finn Balor, doing what he does, jumping around, quick pace, moving around the ring like a cat. That is why Finn, to me, is the most over guy, not just on NXT, but probably the entire company. Yeah, some will say like a Dean something, but no. If you put Finn on that main roster, he'd be the top babyface. And here my son is here doing the demon stand. And yeah, oh my gosh, that entrance he did with the chainsaw, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, very nice. Nice touch to Finn. But Balor, he got hit with the Muscle Buster, managed to kick out. Joe ends up putting on the Coquita Clutch. Balor rolls at it. Very similar to if you remember the Survivor Series in '97 with Austin putting on the $1 Million Dream and Bret buckle to roll back. Almost identical to that with Balor, using his momentum and forcing Joe back. Got him into a pin, got the 3 count. Joe looked rather angry. I thought that Joe was going to probably go after him. He didn't. He just kind of walked away, and Balor didn't look as beat up after this match. He was able to get on his own 2 feet without having to lay there for 5-10 minutes trying to collect himself. Good match. Again, not to me the greatest match that they could do, but I am looking forward to them doing possible a third one. Now, real quick, just to touch on the Finn Balor rumors. The rumor is Finn's supposed to go to the main roster, so a lot of people expected him to possibly drop the championship. He didn't. Doesn't mean he won't go to the main roster, but I think it does take the likelihood of it down. Now, does that mean maybe Joe goes to the main roster? I don't know. Maybe. So, yeah, Chase Cook, I saw that, man. Joe's blood was without a doubt the highlight of the match, man. Thank you for the comment, Joe. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry, Chase. I don't know what else. I mean, I would like to see, more of Ronaldo was talking about, hey, I want this to be a trilogy. I do too. I am all for them keeping the title on Finn, and if that means he gets to stay on the roster longer, sweet. I want to see him on the roster. I want to see him stick around. I'm all for it. But that is pretty much going to do it for me. For anyone who tuned into this to watch while I'm doing this review, thank you. For anyone who watches this later, thank you. Again, you, Chase, thanks for leaving that comment. All comments are welcome. So, I am once again Zach with the YoBro Gaming Review channel. Tomorrow, 2 more videos to come. We're doing all these videos live this week.
With us.
I will. My boys want me to make everyone known that they will be on my preview video tomorrow. Me and Wayne will be doing a live preview and predictions tomorrow. We have a challenge that we have decided to include in this to up the stakes. We will let you know what that is tomorrow. But till then, and we are also doing a live Hall of Fame review. And then don't forget Sunday, for the first time ever, live, this is WWE. We are doing these podcast form. We are doing these live. Join us. Sunday, I believe this is WWE, is going to be 12 Central, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. That would be 10 Pacific. So you can join me at that time. That's what time I'm going on the air. Tomorrow's preview and predictions is going on early. It's coming up at 10 a.m. Central Time. So stick to that. I will see you all then. And my son is dancing. Here. There you go. Pound it, buddy. So, okay, that is it. Chase versus Taker. Yes, I'm also very much looking forward to that, Chase. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to stop blabbing. I'm going to get all your guys' time. I'm going to stop wasting it. And, okay, go ahead, buddy. Say it.
See ya. Bye-bye.
All right, they're my co-hosts for this. Peace out, everyone. See you all. Monday will be a live Universe Mode stream. Tomorrow, don't forget, 10 p.m., 10 a.m. Central Time.
10 Eastern.
The live preview and predictions. And then tomorrow night, immediately following the Hall of Fame, we will do a review of that. All right, I am out, everyone. See you all later.
Peace out.
All right.
You see it?
Ethan, I need your help real quick. The broadcast settings. Press on that.
Yeah.
Stop broadcasting, right?
Yeah. Just click on it.